Conclusion inevitable.
It was a jump to conclusions, Matt.
My conclusion was that this idea was not a practical deterrent.
My only conclusion can be that it was a Sith Lord.
In conclusion.
Hello there, folks. Welcome back to In Conclusion, the only movie podcast hosted by an American man doing a questionable Australian accent. I am Dan O'Keefe, and joining me as always is Anna Otto. How are you doing, Anna?
I can't do the accent because it will get me banned from Australia if I ever plan to go there. I would love to meet the Irwins. Hey, Robert, how are you? Love watching your TikToks. Loved the video of the monkey climbing into your room in South Africa. Anyway, yeah, I can't do the accent, but I can go or nor, Cleor, the condensation.
Cleor, condensation.
Anyway, I'm good, Dan. How are you?
I'm tired, but I'm good.
Yeah, Dan and I were just saying that we were taking lovely, opposing lengths of walks today.
Yes.
But yeah,
I did.
I was fit girlies.
I was telling Anna I did a short 5-mile hike, and she was like, "Ah,
that's long to me." I did a short 20-minute walk, but I don't know.
On a treadmill too. That is torture.
It felt like 5 hours, but it was raining. I was telling Dan, we've been getting so much rain in Wisconsin lately that it's like, the best gardener I've ever been. I got a strawberry plant. It is continually bearing fruit because I've not had to water it once. It's been so wet here. But
well, speaking of wet, bad transition. The movie that we're talking about today is Pitch Perfect 3, the final installment of the Pitch Perfect trilogy. To quote the poster, last call pitches.
But that's not even true because now there's a rumor going around that they're making another one, which I don't think there needs to be, but because it ended on such a nice note.
Where is there a rumor going around that that's happening?
I thought I
all
saw
over
something on Facebook. I hate to admit it.
There we go.
This is like how I saw somebody talking about how they were going to make a quote unquote make a sequel of We're the Millers, end quote. People were eating that shit up. I was like, they're not going to do that. That's
like, I don't know when this was happening, but I would see stuff on Facebook that was like, oh my gosh, a fake trailer for a movie called Once a Wildcat, the new High School Musical movie that's coming out.
It's just clips from the old movies.
Yeah, that's not happening. Come on now.
No, absolutely not. Also, I feel like if there was a new We're the Millers coming out, a bitch would know. And me.
They would announce it, first off.
And also a bitch would be in the know ahead of time.
Yeah, because there'd be eyebrows.
There would be. I was fucking screaming, though, because on one of the comments, they were like, oh my gosh, I really hope they make another one of those movies. Love Jen Astin, Emma Roberts, Jason Sudeikis. They did not spell Sudeikis right either. And kid with the eyebrows I don't know. I was like, put me in the ground. I can't handle Facebook sometimes.
But Pitch Perfect 3, directed this time by Trish C., known for her direction of OK Go music videos.
Oh, okay, music video director. That was like my dream job when I was little.
She directed the music video for Here It Goes Again, the treadmill one.
Oh my God, not the treadmill one.
She also directed, prior to this, Step Up All In.
Oh.
The 5th and final installment in the Step Up film franchise.
Period. I can't believe there's 5 of those.
I know. After The Streets, I'm out. Actually,
yeah,
3D, I know nothing about, but I know it came out because it was in 3D. But 5 of them?
It's just too many.
How much further is there on this ladder to go?
There's no more room. It's a stepladder at best. I mean.
The other movies she's directed post Pitch Perfect 3 all sound fake. The Sleepover.
That's
Sitting
the one
in bars with cake.
Wait, Sleepover, is
and
that the Evan
players.
Peters one?
The Sleepover is no.
I made that up.
It is these are all Netflix original movies.
Oh, never mind.
Written once again by Kay Cannon and also Mike White, screenwriter of School of Rock and creator of The White Lotus.
I was going to say, hang on a second. I don't know who that is, but I've known through my life about 100 different people named Mike White. So I was like, I'm going to need, is it somebody I went to school with or?
No, he wrote School of Rock. He's written a lot of things.
We love School of Rock.
And he was in School of Rock. He was Ned Schneebly.
Oh, okay, slay.
What's he doing here?
Getting that bread. The School of Rock money finally ran out.
Starring Anna Kendrick, Rebel Wilson, Haley Steinfeld, Brittany Snow, Anna Camp, Hannah Mae Lee, Alexis Knapp, John Michael Higgins, Elizabeth Banks, and not Ben Platt or Skylar Astin.
Yeah, they did not want to get the check anymore. At that point, I think their careers had kind of taken off.
Good for them.
Yeah,
Released on December 22nd, 2017, with a budget of $45 million. It made $185.4 million at the box office.
Yeah, wait, hold on a second. 2017, that was around when Dear Evan Hansen came out, wasn't it?
No.
Not the movie, the show.
Oh. I have no idea. I just know that the movie came out in 2020.
Because I'm pretty sure it got slapped because that was the same year Hamilton was at the Tony. No, Hamilton was at the Tonys in 2017.
Hamilton was at the Tonys in 2015.
Really?
I was in high school.
Oh my God. How is that possible when I myself was only a child? Yep. Dear Evan Hansen won a Tony Award at the 2017 Tonys. So,
good
hosted
for Mike
by
Feist.
Kevin Spacey. You.
Yay!
Yay! Go. So sorry.
Pitch Perfect 3 came in third its opening weekend behind Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, and Star Wars The Last Jedi.
Okay. I didn't see this one in theaters. I saw Star Wars in
Star Wars. I saw
Star Wars in Star Wars in theaters with my parents. So yeah,
I saw
we got Oreo churros.
I love that.
Yeah, it was fun.
On Rotten Tomatoes, Pitch Perfect 3 has a 28% approval rating.
That's very fair, honestly.
Pitch Perfect 3 strains to recapture the magic that helped the original spawn a franchise, but ends up sending this increasingly unnecessary trilogy out on a low note.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but they should have been done after number 2.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even remember that I'd seen this movie before. And Gage was like, you definitely have. Ruby Rose is in it. And I was like, no, I think I'd remember Ruby Rose because they are very hot.
Yeah.
And I have seen this. I just forgot about it.
I had never seen it, and I'm upset that I have now. Not upset, but
I just want to know.
It was a long 93 minutes.
Really? Well, I was making a Lego while I was watching it. My first Lego ever, besides like when you make a truck or something when you're a little kid. I was making a trellis. I'll send you a picture. So, I was watching, but I think it helps that I had something else to focus on. Because the movie went fast for me, but I was also building a Lego, so.
I was I was not multitasking while watching this, or I was multitasking less than you. Like I was mindlessly scrolling through Twitter half the time watching this because it just did not capture my attention. And it was a long morning.
That's okay.
This is the first thing I did after eating breakfast was watch this movie, and I was like, ugh, I just ate. I want to sleep again.
That's so relatable. I hear you.
Not helping me. Look, and like John Lithgow is in this. I didn't mention him. I like John Lithgow. He's terrible in this.
Everyone has regrets. Shakespearean trained, classically trained, sensational star actor John Lithgow has regrets, I'm sure, and this is one of them, I'm certain.
2-time Tony, 6-time Emmy Award winner John
That
Lithgow.
Is the king. I freaking love John Lithgow. This is one of those actors that I was working on something, And he pops up on the screen and Gage goes, Anna. And I look and there he is because he knows I love John Lithgow.
Yeah, as you should. He's great.
Mm-hmm. He's so good.
But he's doing this Australian accent in this that is not working.
It's not. I mean, I get why he had to do it, but it's just not. It's not giving, John. And I know you can do a better Australian accent than I ever could, but it's just not giving here. And he's so funny. Usually when he does a comedic a character, it's so good and so funny. But
yeah,
something
that's
about
what
this
he
was just
won 4
not good.
Emmys for.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever watched
For
Third Rock from the Sun?
It's so funny.
I love Third Rock.
Also, I think that part of the issue with this movie is John Lithgow's whole plot line
Is dumb.
feels so disjointed from the rest of it. Like it's pulled from something else and just plopped into this movie, and is terrible.
It's like they're trying to make some deep, dark secret for Fat Amy, but it's like she doesn't need one. Her like, I hate to say it, you know me. I'm here to champion women. But in these movies where all the characters are kind of stupid, she doesn't need some sort of fancy, weird backstory. She just doesn't. She can just be a quirky girl from Australia. That can be it. And we can call it a day.
But just chill.
If this was like a more serious film franchise, sure, I get it. Giving her a more intense, interesting background or something. But I don't know. It just felt so out of place here to suddenly make her like more of the lead instead of supporting too. I don't know.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Just dumb. Do you remember the first time that you saw this?
No, Dan. To be honest, I don't. I know I've seen it before, and I'm sure I watched it with the same friends that loved Pitch Perfect 1 and 2, but I literally spent the whole afternoon going, I don't think I've seen this before. And like I said, Gage going, yes, you have. Yes, you have. And me going, no, I swear to God I haven't. And then watching the movie and going, oh, I've seen this before. So I could not tell you when, though.
Probably around the time it came out, I would assume.
Yeah, I mean,
when it was released on streaming.
2017, I was in college. I was graduating, so
Yeah, you
I'm
had plenty
sure
of time.
I watched it. Yeah, with all my free time, because I was definitely not studying or trying to graduate. Well, I had a whole extra semester. What's the point?
Come on. You had a free 3 months, baby.
You're right.
A very
I had
expensive free 3 months.
I sing to Gage watching these made me nostalgic for college only because I still was not paying my own bills, and I recognize that that's very privileged of me to say. But damn, it was nice.
It was. Let's get into it. The movie starts off with, for some reason, an explosion, and the Bellas are on a boat, and it's exploding, and they're singing Toxic, and immediately I'm out. Immediately. I'm like, this is so dumb.
This is when, during this first scene, I was like, wait, something feels familiar here. Maybe I have seen this before. And I was watching, focusing, also building my Lego, doing my best. It was rough.
You were doing your best. I don't know what the movie was doing.
Their worst.
The Bellas, they've all graduated from Barden University. They've all got jobs, and they all hate them for one reason or another. Becca is an assistant to some musician.
Moises Arias.
Moises Arias.
That was
as
another one.
Pimp
Gage's
Low.
like, Anna, do you recognize who that is? Because he knows I don't recognize a single dang person. I was like,
I did not
course.
recognize him until I looked at the cast. Moises
Oh
Arias
my
from
God.
Hannah Montana.
Yes, he's been on top of my mind though because we were watching Fallout and he's in that. So that's why I recognized him right away. Otherwise, I bet you $100 I'd have been like, I've never seen that man in my life.
How old do you think he is?
He's our age, isn't he?
He is 30.
He's older than us?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I think it's because I will permanently picture him as a small child.
On Wikipedia, his picture is when he was 16.
Yep. On Hannah
At
Montana.
a point, you would think, like, update it. This person, like, once they die or retire or whatever, put it back to when people would recognize them. But, like, update it to a more current picture.
Well, that and the fact that he looks exactly the damn same. If you see him on Fallout, the only difference is he has a slight mustache these days. But that could be a character thing.
So, the Bellas, their roommate, Becca and Amy are roommates, and so is Chloe. They're all thrown together. I don't know. Whatever.
They live in New York. Native New Yorker.
They all live in New York. The Big Apple.
Mm-hmm.
$3, 2 bags, 1 me.
Okay. Period.
Say, sir, where does an aspiring prostitute get her start in this town?
Oh. What is that from? I recognize it and I cannot.
I don't know what the actual musical it's from is, but it's a 30 Rock joke.
30 Rock. No, it's definitely a play on Thoroughly Modern Millie. But I just couldn't remember what the actual reference was for that. 30 Rock. Oh my God.
That joke is better than this movie. So the graduated Bellas are invited by Emily Junk, Haley Steinfeld.
Yes.
Who my wonderful wife called Annie Seinfeld when she was talking about this movie.
Annie? Where'd she get that from?
Annie Seinfeld.
I heard the
really
Seinfeld, but I just...
Go for the parent special.
I was just going to say...
What's that actor's name? What's that actor's name? Peter Swibert?
No!
Patrick Swayze? Yeah, that's it.
That's the one. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. Oh my God. Deceased.
Ethan Bong? Emily Blunt? Yeah.
Not Ethan Bong. Oh my God.
Jane Krakowski? Well, that is an actress, but I think you're thinking of John Krasinski.
Oh my God. You need to watch, do you watch Abbott Elementary?
Yes.
When the one teacher gets everybody's names wrong when she compares them to actresses that she thinks are like talented black people, and it's always like random white celebrities or something like that. It's so funny. Oh my God.
So the graduated Bellas think that they will be performing with the current Bellas because they're under delusions of grandeur and delusional. Of course you're not performing, you dummies.
If I was going back to an event for college, I would not pull up expecting to be performing. If I was being asked to perform, they better ask me months ahead of time.
Anna, there's a Marquette Theater event coming up. Do you have your monologues ready?
No, I haven't had a monologue ready since I graduated.
The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville 9 that day.
Well, I guess you're going on, Dan.
So they're just guests, and they're disappointed to hear that. Again, I'm out. No one is this stupid.
You know what really frustrated me with this plot line? When Brittany Snow's character was like, I have nothing. What am I supposed to do? Actually go to veterinarian school? I was like, yes, that's a beautiful goal to have.
Right?
But I guess you're going to be stuck in your past and not achieve goals.
She's in a better spot than Fat Amy, who was in a show called Fat Amy Winehouse.
That did have me laughing, though. I'm not going to lie.
And Anna Kendrick, who is now unemployed because she quit working for Moises Arias.
To be honest, though, he was kind of a dick. Like, I get it.
Pimplo was a dick?
Yes.
I also thought they were saying Diplo that entire scene. And I was like, wow, they're really going hard on Diplo.
Because isn't Diplo kind of known for being not a good person? Did I make that up? Sorry if that's not true. At Diplo. Sorry.
Spread it.
I've seen pictures of him and he kind of gives off that energy, and I'm sorry. If he's not, I'd love to give him a chance, okay?
So the disappointed Bellas hang out in a moody, gloomy bar that I want to frequent.
I want to frequent where they were at the party because there was a whale shark there.
That looks like a bar that you could sit in the corner and smoke the world's longest cigarette in.
Never ash it. So it's just...
Yeah.
Ew.
It's just ash, but it's like 3 feet long.
Yes! Oh my God.
So Aubrey's dad, who's in the military, she convinces them to go on a USO tour headlined by the one, the only, DJ Khaled.
You didn't say that right. The one,
I'm not
the
yelling.
only. DJ Khaled!
We the best music! Better.
I used to love watching his Snapchat stories. Do you remember when he got pulled over for speedboating too fast?
No. I have no memories of DJ Khaled. He takes up no room in my brain.
He was boating on the ocean behind his fancy house, and he got a ticket for riding his jet ski too fast.
Oh my God.
And I think he was like eating an apple while doing it. And he's like, bless up, we the best. And then 2 seconds later, he's like, I got pulled over. Oh my God. That was too good. Too good.
Well, he is headlining the tour. Stacy, the sexy Bella, she is 8 months pregnant, so she cannot perform. So that is how Haley Steinfeld ends up going on the tour instead of her. And also, I don't get it. They have this scene later with the baby is born that it's like, what did you name her? Her character is not a major character. Are we supposed to feel something?
No, I think it's just supposed to be like a family moment. But I was
named her
not,
Bella
I would have been
after
like, really?
all of us.
I'm like, girl, get some new friends for real. This is not the vibe.
You named your daughter Treble Maker after your college a cappella group?
Why do I love it though?
What's your son's name? Marquette Theater.
Ooh, we call him Mark.
This is Hellfair.
Not Hellfair. I love it.
Yeah, hopefully not. So the first place that they land is at a military base in Rota, Spain, where they are greeted by...
Spain.
I hear that it's great visiting Ibiza.
Ooh, not
or
Ibiza.
Barcelona.
Barcelona. Gage just been to Spain. He said he had a lot of fun, but one of his group members, because it was like a college thing, got pickpocketed hard. And also another kid.
I feel like if you get pickpocketed hard, the pickpocket's doing a pretty poor job.
Well, he got
It should be a
pickpocketed,
sleight
and
of
then
hand
another
sort of thing.
kid... Get this, one of the kids in the group went to go buy drogas from somebody in the town, and they played him and sold him a bag of rocks.
Good.
That's what I said. I was like,
Idiot.
are you kidding me? What an idiot. But anyway, I was like, well, good news is I won't be doing anything like that if we go to Spain, because I am not stupid.
The
also,
main thing
don't
that I
do
know
drugs.
about Spain is that the rain there mainly falls on the plains.
Oh, period. The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
Motheth, supposeth, totheth, arotheth, but
Oh.
Motheth, supposeth, erroneously, but nobody totheth, opposeth, arotheth, like Motheth, supposeth, hitoseth to be. Moses, supposes, hitoseth, aroses.
I love our musical theater corner, Dan.
Can we just change this episode to talk about singing in the rain? Because I've
would
seen
love
that
to.
recently enough to talk completely about it. Because it
I
is,
would love to.
hey, Singing in the Rain, stone cold classic.
It is. It is.
Pitch Perfect 3,
Not a classic.
soft, warm tragedy.
Don't call it soft or warm.
What's the
That's
opposite of
gross.
stone?
I suppose you're right. It would be soft, but
Yeah.
you're doing soft things dirty by saying
Porous?
that. Weak.
There are porous stones.
Easily breakable.
Anyway, they're greeted by soldiers Chicago and Zeke.
Yup. They definitely
Chicago
are.
is Becca's new love, or Chloe's love interest. Sorry. Becca's love interest is a DJ, producer, British guy. Don't care. Then they meet the other bands on the tour. They all use musical instruments. The Bellas feel out of place.
Oh,
This
darn.
is a toddler's issue.
I literally don't even know what to say because it's like most bands use instruments. So let's
Right?
unpack that, I guess.
They have a riff off. It's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't hit as hard as it does in the past.
It's probably the high point of the movie,
Oh, okay.
musically,
Okay, I would agree with that.
which the fact that the takeaway from it is, not great. But we do meet Always Wet, Ever Moist.
Literally throw that band name away. That is disgusting. Jail time for that band name.
With Ruby Rose as Calamity.
Yup.
Ruby Rose, incredibly attractive.
Oh my god. Sexy, sexy, sexy person.
That's the whole takeaway.
That is the takeaway. Like, I remember when Ruby Rose used to do Batgirl, because Gage used to watch it, and that was always a good time. I, too, enjoyed watching.
So, Fat Amy then hears that her father, Fergus, a ruthless international crime lord, snooze.
I'm not Gage, Dan! Because Gage was saying the same thing.
I actively disinterested.
Gage didn't even watch the movie. He was just in the room to help me in case I needed assistance with my Legos. Like an adult.
Yeah, like a engaged woman.
A very mature adult. It's my first one ever.
How have you gone this long in life without ever building a Lego set?
No patience or interest.
Well, that explains most things that most people have not done.
Yeah, but, you know, I always wanted to try one of the floral ones, so Gage got some for me, and here I am, finally doing it.
Incredible. Proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. I was too. It turned out really cute.
So the Bellas, they're invited to a party at DJ Khaled's suite where he has a box full of bees.
The juicer, though, the person who makes juices on site, if I was wealthy, I would love to have a personal person. A personal juicer. A personal chef, yes, would be sensational because I like cooking, but not enough that I like doing it every day of my life.
Yes.
And a personal juicer to make me juices would be pretty cool.
How do you think the chef would feel seeing the juicer, whose one job is to juice, while the chef's job is to do the entire rest of the cooking?
I think they'd be like, they better not be making as much money as me. I don't know. I'd hope that my juicer and my chef were a team. You know? I'd hope they collaborate.
It's always good to dream. So Becca becomes friends with Theo, who gets impressed by her when she mixes her own song.
When she does
live.
the bare minimum.
Yeah. Again, I don't know. It's supposed to seem impressive. I don't know if it is impressive.
It just reminds me of like what Ed Sheeran does.
Yeah, and he does that live.
Yeah, so I guess to me it's been done.
Yeah, and the party goes into chaos. Somebody did that at Marquette when we were there.
Yep. I had a couple classes with him. I remember who it was. He was a really nice guy.
And it was super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool. Really nice very
guy.
Impressive. But I don't think it will be something that impresses DJ Khaled's producer.
No, he met Ed Sheeran a couple times too, so I was like, okay.
That's crazy. Good for him.
That's cool. I wonder what he's up to. Maybe I'll stalk him on Facebook after this.
I did connect with one point in the movie, and that's where the party is, everything is going wild because the bees have been released.
That was traumatizing. I would have been scared. But I do understand the appeal of, having the bees because I myself love a fresh honey. But not that much. Not that much.
But the part that I related to was Becca was just so caught up in the moment of producing a song that she didn't notice anything that was happening around her. Something similar happened to me when I was in high school. I was in my radio class, and we had an assignment. I turned it in. What we would do is we would listen to the assignments as a whole class. There was some, 2 issues that I needed to fix with mine, and I was just like, can I just go fix that now? And my teacher was like, sure, I guess. I was a senior. Whatever. So I go into one of the editing booths to edit my radio ad or something.
Yes.
And I'm in there for, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Totally locked in. Totally editing my heart out. And then I come out and I'm like, everybody's looking at me. They're like, oh shit, we forgot you were in there. And I was like, what happened? So I later found out, and there's a picture of my radio class, sans me, despite it being my class, that John Shire, who was the best basketball player in my high school's history and is now the head coach at Duke University, he had come by and said hi and spoken to the class in the 5 minutes that I was in that booth and took a picture with everyone. And everyone had sat back down. And by the time I walked out, I was like, oh, what's happening? And I missed the entire thing.
That's really hard to hear, Dan. I'm so sorry.
That's how I relate to Becca in this moment. We both missed greatness, glory, being able to stand next to a slightly famous person. Because of what?
You've made up for it, though.
Too
You've met
locked
multiple
in.
famous people before.
But never the head coach of the Duke men's basketball team.
You're right. My mistake.
Come on now. Amy goes to a poker tournament.
Yeah.
Guess
she
what?
does. What?
Her dad put it on.
Of course he did, because he's like a billionaire.
Yeah, as a way to get back in her. I don't care.
The only thing I did like is that they were singing Chicago, and I really like Chicago. So that did it for me. Gage goes, wow, John Lithgow and Chicago? I said
I think
yes.
the issue is they're singing a bad Chicago song.
What the fuck did you just say to me? Excuse me now?
Yeah, you heard me.
Hold me now.
Bad song.
It's up for me to say I'm sorry. That doesn't hit as hard when there's nobody here to sing the melody while I'm harmonizing, so just pretend.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say you optioned up.
I always option up because that's who I am as a person, because usually Gage takes the lower notes, but he's not here. I mean, he's here. He's doing laundry. But he's just not in the room.
He's in the ether.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good song.
Absolutely
Chicago has
crazy
good
thing.
songs. Saturday in the Park, great.
Ooh,
25 or 6 to 4, great.
Ooh.
Does anybody really know what time it is? Great.
I'm
But
just
the Peter
vibing over here.
Cetera era of Chicago, get out of here.
That's absolutely
Too
crazy. But you're not gonna have fun at my wedding anyway.
What, your wedding's going to be hard to say I'm sorry?
It's only Chicago songs, and only the ones Dan doesn't like.
Only Peter Cetera era
Yes.
ballads.
Yes, for hours. I saw Chicago play at Summerfest with Gage's parents. That was like one of the first times when we first started dating. Oh my God. Great time. Great time.
I think it would be really great if your first dance song is Hard to Say I'm Sorry, because there's nothing more romantic at a wedding than hearing the lyrics, after all that we've been through, I will make it up to you.
You know, I love songs that I can't relate to. So
Well, another one, a good song that would be a good first dance song would be God Only Knows by the Beach Boys, which, fantastic song, but the opening lyric, I may not always love you.
sensational piece.
Wonderful.
Can't wait.
So Stacy calls the girls, guess what? The baby's named Bella. Throw it out with the bathwater.
We're throwing away.
The
I meant to say throwing up, but then I just copied what you said.
We're throwing away the bath trash. What? I don't know.
Oh, I did take out the trash today, so
Proud of you. Look
Thank
at you
you.
being an adult.
you know me, owning a home.
The Bellas perform as a group. They're met with acclaim. And then Fergus and Amy grow closer, but he's just in it for the money that she has in an account. But Amy disowns her father. Again, I don't care. Skip.
I feel like she should have just nipped it in the butt. I don't know. I mean, I don't have daddy issues. I don't know if that's the correct term. I'm so sorry if it's not. But so I can't relate.
Papa problems.
Papa problems. I don't have a bad relationship with my parents, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. So I don't know what I would do in this situation.
Look at little Miss Braggadocious over here. I have a good relationship with my parents.
Sorry, guys. I have minimal trauma and still ended up with a mental illness. TM. No, I don't know what I would do, and it sucks because it had the potential to be a good plot line. It just didn't play out that way because it was too
I'm going to
silly.
disagree with you there.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it ever had the potential to be a good plot line.
Damn, okay.
It just doesn't.
But they put such a studded actor.
They're somewhat realistic.
No.
And then she has a billionaire criminal father who was barely ever mentioned.
It just got too silly. I feel like it would have been better if they'd mentioned in the past, like she'd casually been like, "Oh, by the way, I'm super rich," like just as a throwaway line or two, and people thought it was a joke, and then she was like actually rich.
Or have it be a deadbeat, like criminal father who's just knows that she has some potential future earnings and is trying to latch onto her.
Yeah.
But then, how else would we get to go on this boat?
We didn't need to go on the boat, but I didn't write the movie, so.
Too bad, because the Bellas get abducted and taken onto the boat after Becca says, "No, DJ Khaled, I won't perform just for you."
DJ Khaled.
We are the best songs.
Oh, period.
So they're trying to manipulate Amy. They're going to murder them or something. I don't care. And then Amy and Becca learn of it and sneak onto the yacht and lead a performance of Toxic.
That's pretty good
Amy,
cover.
Yeah. And then Amy sets up and detonates a bomb.
Yeah.
As this is happening. And the Bellas escape. Fergus is arrested. And then they get rescued by the military by Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday.
Oh, we went for two different songs.
What were you doing?
25 or 6 to 4. Is that what it is? 2025? I have a brain fart.
So waiting for the break of day.
Yes. So that's going straight to the 25 6 to 1. Sensational piece. I have the album upstairs. I might have to go listen to it when we're done here.
Which album? The one that says Chicago on the cover?
Dion, they all do. Can't even enjoy my music, my stories.
So, Amy tells the Bellas about DJ Khaled's proposition to Becca, which makes it sound like he propositioned her for sex.
He did not.
He did not. DJ Khaled is presented as a saint in this movie. I don't know anything wrong with him, but like he's presented like he is God.
He did go on the record once saying that he does not reciprocate to his wife in the bedroom, which I was like, it doesn't make him a bad person. It just kind of makes him just not somebody I'd want to be with. We should all know less
about each other.
Yeah. I was like, I could have done without this. It's not like he said, I beat people. Like, it's...
Right? It's just
not
like, okay.
Something I want to know about.
Dalton James Khaled, whatever DJ stands for.
I'm pretty sure his first name is not Dalton. I thought Khaled was his first name.
I don't know.
I don't know either. People have stage names.
So Becca agrees to do the performance, but they'll stay together. They're a family. And then at this USO performance, also the whole reason that DJ Khaled's in this movie is he's tried to pick someone who will open his show for him. And he's using this USO tour as like this tryout for it. And
so
Super Wet All the Time is the band that should win.
They were pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I liked the country band, but I also like country music. So I'm kind of biased, I feel like. But I liked Ruby Rose, the musical.
Yeah. And then Becca opens for DJ Khaled and then brings the rest of the group on stage to sing Freedom by George Michael.
Yeah, it was fine.
Should have done a different George Michael song. Should have done Faith.
That would have been a fun one.
Well, I guess it would be nice. If I was DJ Khaled.
Ooh.
So the rest of the movie happens. I don't know. We get a very long postscript that's only like 5 minutes long, but it feels like it's 8 years.
Yeah, I would agree.
Amy starts a new tribute act for different singers fat Amy Grant for Christmas time. Aubrey is a birthing coach. Flo, who is a character that apparently we're supposed to care about, who was introduced in the second movie and they thought was going to be a big thing. She has secured funding to turn her juice cart into a corporation, and I'm like, ugh.
I love juice. So I said, good for you,
Yeah.
girl.
Juice is good.
Yeah.
Chloe goes to vet school. Cynthia Rose goes into flight school. Emily goes back to school. Lily, the funniest part of the movie, I think, for me, was when Lily just started talking in a regular voice.
Yes.
And she was quiet because she was possessed by Satan.
Yes.
Got a genuine laugh out of me. The one laugh of the movie.
Good. I'm so glad you were able to find some joy, Dan.
Her real name is Esther, and she is now in a relationship with someone who we have not talked about on this podcast, DJ Dragon Nuts.
The sigh I heaved when I heard that name.
DJ Dragon Nuts is not played by Trinidad James. He plays Young Sparrow. Trinidad James, known for his hit song All Gold Everything.
I'm not familiar with that piece.
Gold all on my chain. Gold all on my watch. Don't believe me, just watch.
Oh,
Don't
Bruno.
believe me, just watch. That's where he got it from.
Oh, is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I assume.
shit. Okay, Bruno.
All Gold
what
Everything
up?
came out first. And then Chloe and Chicago start dating. We assume they start making out. And Becca and Theo, the British person who I briefly mentioned and then skipped over for the rest of the movie because it doesn't matter. Becca and him do not hook up because she is his boss now.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird thing, but whatever.
And that is Pitch Perfect 3. It's over. We're free.
From the shackles of these films.
We're Pitch Perfect free. This is not good.
It's not. It's the weakest link.
This
As
is
the thirds usually are.
Yeah, I think a lot of times there are issues with final movies in a series where they don't live up to expectations. I'm not sure there were expectations for Pitch Perfect 3, and this somehow didn't meet them.
This was a grab for money. This was a money grab.
Yeah. Which, whatever. But I would accept it if it was fun or funny. It was just like not even worth having on in the background while you're doing something else.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Evermoist. Come on. Come on.
Not the name I would have chosen.
Forever Wet.
Ew. Never been moist.
Drippin' River. Feminine Dryness. I don't know.
Ooh.
What, Never Been Moist, like Never Been Kissed?
Yes.
The Drew Barrymore movie?
Yes. Oh.
This is not the end of the Pitch Perfect franchise, though. Also, I just need to complain about one thing.
Please, by all means.
These movies were all released by Universal Pictures.
Yes.
So you would assume they would all be available to stream on Peacock.
They're not, because we had to
They're
pay
not.
for this one.
Pitch Perfect 1, available to stream on Peacock. Great. Wonderful. Sets us up for success. Pitch Perfect 2, go on Peacock. Not there. You know what is there?
Where did I watch it? What's
It
there?
is on Max.
That's where I watched it. Okay, I couldn't remember.
I watched it on HBO On Demand through my parents' Comcast subscription.
Oh. I watched it on Max because we have freaking everything.
And then this movie, I would think, okay, it's going to be on Peacock? Probably. Nope. It's not there. Guess I'll check Max. Not there. Where is this streaming? Nowhere. Despite having 84 different streaming services, you have to pay to rent this. You have to pay $4 if you want to watch Pitch Perfect 3. Which, whatever. Pay to watch movies. Ugh.
Not in this economy.
But this is not the end of the Pitch Perfect franchise because there is a sequel series, spin-off, whatever you want to call it, bringing back Adam Devine.
King.
On the cock.
Nope.
For
absolutely not.
Pitch Perfect, Bumper in Berlin.
Oh, love Bumper.
Not only is he in that, Sarah Hyland from Modern Family, Jamila Jamil,
Okay.
and then Flula Borg.
Flula, welcome back.
There are 6 episodes of Bumper in Berlin. It has a 46% approval rating.
I might have to watch it just for myself.
You know what? You can, because it's easy to find on Peacock.
Perfect.
I have absolutely zero trivia for Pitch Perfect 3.
Great. Wonderful.
Would this movie be better, worse, or the same with Jonathan Taylor Thomas as... fuck if I know.
I don't think it could get worse. But there's also not a role for him, so I'm going to say the same.
Jimmy Stewart, where's he going to fit?
He's going to be John Lithgow.
Fergus? Yeah. I guess better. But I don't even know if Jimmy Stewart can make this better.
I think
you already have an acclaimed actor trying to do his best and not working.
True. When someone who's incredibly talented can't even do the role, you know it's doomed.
And like everybody who is a professional actor, working actor, is incredibly talented. Everybody in this movie, everybody involved in making this movie is incredibly talented. And it still ended up like this.
True.
Effort doesn't mean you're going to get quality.
Sometimes your best is all you can do.
On a scale of 1 to 5 boxes of bees, what do you give this?
I give it 1 because it just did not spark joy. And
what a drop in the ratings of these movies for you. 5, 1.
Well, it's just not as good as the other ones. There's just nothing else to be said. Like I didn't hate it, but it just was not great. Like it just didn't really have a good plot line. Some of my favorite actors couldn't even save it.
Right? I'm in the same boat. I also given it a 1.
Yep. I love that.
Same boat that we're going to blow up while singing Toxic.
I loved that version of Toxic, though. And I will say, their outfits were cute. Their little USO outfits were cute.
Yes. I think I know the answer to this. Of the trilogy, what's your pick?
Probably the first one. It's classic.
Yeah, same.
It's just so classic. Lots of good memories from when it came out. Like I said, it was around that same time when Glee was coming out, and all my friends and I were obsessed with it, and it's just classic.
Oh, something I didn't mention. This is an Obama movie released post-Obama, which is also why it doesn't work.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Because this came out in 2017. This was a year post-Obama.
Well, we were missing him.
Yes. That is it for this week's episode of In Conclusion. Thank you all for listening. We will be back next week. We're starting off a new series. We're going to be traveling to the foreign European country of Genovia because we're doing the Princess Diaries.
Yay! I can't wait. Big fan. Big fan.
Excited for that. If you want to find us on social media, we are on Facebook and Twitter at and In Conclusion, on Instagram at In Conclusion Podcast. I am on Twitter at Dan O'Keefe86 and on TikTok at Not Dan O'Keefe. We're also on Patreon at patreon.com/In Conclusion. Anna, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at AutomusPrime818, or you can find me on Twitter at AutobotsRollOut, capital O for Auto, capital B for Bots, capital R for Roll, and the O in Roll, and the O in Out are zeros. You can also find me at the gym, publicly reading my goofy little books. My smut. Ice Planet Barbarians. Love it. Big fan.
Well, now we have that on recording.
Hey,
for the
I
trial.
also listen. There's nothing wrong with it. You've been asking me nonstop why women love ACOTAR so much. This is in the same exact dang boat. And those books, I pulled up to a restaurant and a server was taking her break reading that book. I said, yes, girl, get it, but also LOL.
We'll be back talking about smut related to a children's film that we're talking about.
There's no
next
smut,
week.
just dreams.
No smut, just dreams. That's In Conclusion for you. We'll be back with the Princess Diaries. In the meantime, everybody stay safe and have fun. Bye-bye.
Bye. Ice Planet Barbarians. Good book. I'm putting it in there so you have something for the end. I love Ice Planet Barbs.
Native Land Podcast.